thefunshow.com. We will give it a listen, and we might, just might, play it on the air.
Let's check in, see if we can at least do this. Try to check in with a guy named Chris, get him on the phone, figure out what's going on in sports right now. Other than, actually, no, Gnurk, don't do that. Do this. Other than the fact that the Kentucky, no, don't do that. Don't. What are you thinking of? I mean, come on. That's Bush League over there. Other than the fact that the Kentucky Derby, is that even a news story? Kentucky.
Here.
The Kentucky Derby.
Is that 816?
Everybody goes to the Kentucky Derby.
Do they have parties?
I think so. I think
deal.
It's a huge deal because everybody wears those hats.
You think that because of the fact that there are large hats involved, that is purely the reason why.
It's a bunch of horses that run. Run, horse, run.
Hello, is Chris Wren there?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
We got hung up.
Are you there?
We got hung up on.
Chris Wren?
We got hung up on.
Are you there?
We got hung up on.
It's probably his wife. We're going to piss him off.
This is Chris.
Chris, what's up, buddy?
How's it going, guys?
Not too shabby. We were just talking about the Kentucky Derby and how it's basically a festival of hats and nothing much more than that.
Well, hey, come on. It's the best 2 minutes in sports, okay?
Really?
No, it's all about the hats.
You believe that?
That's what they claim.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, I can't talk bad about it because the lady who is helping me out with my son's stuff, he actually runs some of the biggest parties in Kentucky.
Really?
During the Derby.
Oh, that's cool.
And
what kind of hats
does she have? So it's very big to her, so I don't want to badmouth it. But, hey, it's 2 minutes. I mean, come on. It's just like if you told your wife, hey, I'm going to give you the best 2 minutes of your life, would she be excited? Probably not.
She would be elated since, never mind, I won't go into that. But, so, tell us about what's ripping through the headlines.
Well, hold on.
In the sports world.
This is not sport related, but thanks for coming to the wedding, Chris. I didn't get to say hi.
Oh, no problem. Hopefully, I gave you guys a card. Hopefully you saw it.
I got it.
It was an awesome weekend.
Chris gave you that card on behalf of all of us.
No, he did not. It said Chris and his wife. It did not say Big Dumb Fun Show. So thank you, Chris. You'll be getting a formal thank you card later.
Yeah, I'll express my thanks later, Chris, as well.
Anyways,
sorry.
Back to sports.
It was an awesome wedding. It was a lot of fun. And I got to talk to your mom, Rena.
Oh.
So that was kind of nice, too. I did talk to your mom anyway.
Oh, that's good.
I went over and introduced myself to her. And the other funny thing was that your uncle works at the 7-Eleven right next to my house. And I know that's kind of what do I want to say? That's kind of
stereotype?
Stereotypical.
Racist.
I live in a 7-Eleven building, so it's okay.
she lives in a 7-Eleven.
I couldn't believe when I walked in, I'm like, hey, how are you?
Oh, that's funny. I wonder which uncle it is.
I see that guy all the time, and then when I saw him, he's like, wow, okay, what are you doing here? Is what he kind of looked at me like. I'm like, I swear, I really know Rena.
Well, I'm glad.
So that was pretty funny.
Okay.
And you didn't go, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
I'm kind of curious. I know we're talking about sports, but what the heck did you and my mom talk about?
Oh, I just went over to talk to her. I want to introduce myself, tell her she's beautiful, wonderful wedding.
Perfect.
Try to do whatever I can to send people over to her.
Suck up.
In the mall, whenever my kids are out, I'm like, go by there.
As we were
nice
Chris, as we were leaving, we didn't really quite get to say goodbye to you because you had gotten back into the buffet line.
In the Indian food line, because they sent all the white people over to the right-hand side.
Well, I know. Well,
that wasn't just us, was it? No, it was just us.
But there was a lot of white people who had Indian food, and it was actually a lot backwards than we thought it would be. We thought the Indian people would dart to the Indian food, and we thought the American food would dart to the American people. So the DJ just kind of figured that's how they were going to do it, but it was opposite. All the American people went after the Indian food. And
I didn't like that I was referred to as a honky. I felt that was
Listen,
very racist as well.
Honky?
The DJ said, "All right, all you honkies, you go to the
I doubt it.
The pasta line
and get some crackers while you're there."
And all of our exactly, get some crackers over there.
But I didn't get to say anything to you, and I thought about it like after the wedding, and I know when I did get to talk to you, it was like real short.
I thought this was odd. Chris's wife, who joined him as well, was hitting on the bridesmaids, and that was very unexpected. I thought.
Chris's wife?
Yeah, the wife was sitting on the bridesmaids.
Hey, you know what? Everybody needs them. Like I said, I can only give about 3 minutes. I got the best 2 minutes in lovemaking, all right?
Did you hang out there for a long time?
What's that? What's that third minute? Foreplay?
10:45 or 11.
Oh, so you saw pretty much everything,
crap,
all the
yeah.
crazy chaos.
Oh, yeah. No, well, I mean, I was there for a while.
Okay, good. I'm glad. Because these two co-hosts, I didn't even get like a bye. I got like as Jeff was walking, he goes, bye.
I said, peace out. May the force be with you. That's
Yeah.
No, actually, as we were, I thought, this is another thing I thought was inappropriate. As we're leaving, Gunnar kind of like, I was like, hey, thank you very much. We had a great time and whatnot. And Gunnar just kind of leans his head as we're leaving. He's like, I give it 6 months. And I thought that was inappropriate as well, Gunnar. I thought that was very bad
Who the hell
taste.
thinks they could make it 6 months anyway?
I don't get it. Either marriage 6 months or have a baby in 6 months.
Whatever. It's just
Well,
all in
I'm
good
glad
fun,
y'all
girl.
got to come. I didn't even get a card from these two co-hosts, so I really appreciate
Yeah,
the
we didn't get a
card.
chance
She was
to
wondering
sign that
where
card.
our gift was at.
They come for the food and the drinks, and
I
then
barely came for the food. I really had to jolt on
That
out of
is
there.
your fault, not
That's because
mine.
of the gastric bypass.
That's true.
Hey,
And
I
then
was actually trying to make the damn wedding, but I knew you were so busy. I had sent you something. But I'm like, she's not going to be able to respond.
Well, I read it, and then I was in the process of messaging you, and then something crazy happened.
I'm sure. Believe me. The extent of our communication while I was there was you were taking a drink, and I lifted my glass to you, and you smiled at me, and that was about it. But
I'm
we were
sorry.
totally good.
Okay.
I knew that you love me, so we're all cash.
I thought the toast went very well. I thought your sister's toast was very heartwarming. I thought the groomsman's,
Best man.
I thought his toast could have been so much better.
Oh, that was his brother, and
Oh, man.
he's kind of shy, and
Oh, he
Now, by-
walked back. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but he walked back to the table and he goes, "Oh, I totally screwed that up."
yeah, I know. he
Now,
did.
by better, what Venkman really means is he could have said a lot more.
Oh,
could've-
he could have.
He
just-
did. didn't. I thought he
could've
was going
spread the
to.
mud like nobody's business.
I thought he would have. He had a lot on his paper, but said a lot less. But he did okay.
He's like,
That's
we're in
fine.
Rick's company. That's Arena's mom. He doesn't want
Hey,
to
he
know
loves
about
you
that.
guys. That's all that matters.
I know.
Whatever.
Cruising
And then my
Nolan Road.
sister started crying. I'm like, what are you crying for?
Yeah, what a-
Did
You know what? She
What a
was,
wuss.
here's why she was crying, because what she knew was now your grandfather was going to focus on getting her married.
That's right. Yeah, now the pressure's on her.
Oh. Well, I'm glad you guys got to come. It was exciting, and I felt bad I didn't get to talk to half of the people there, and it's kind of one of those things where.
Oh, I met your hubby too. That's the first time I met him, so
Oh,
I actually talked
good.
to him too.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
I talked to White Ricer in the restroom.
Tyler
he
said
was
he
looking for
talked
a
to a
window
lot
to
of
crawl
people.
out of,
No, he wasn't.
and I tried to
Yeah,
be like,
because he was
dude.
talking to you, and he's trying to go to the bathroom.
I'm like, so is it bad to strike up a conversation? And
Yeah, when you're both at the urinal, don't
no,
make
you
eye
know
contact or
I
conversation.
you know I wouldn't do that.
Oh, well, I'm just glad you guys.
All right, let
came.
me give you the best 1 minute in sports. Are you ready?
Yes,
That would be great.
thank
What
you.
you got?
Thank you.
We got a teenager charged in a ref's death. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
No.
Bad call out in the field during a soccer game.
No.
What?
He punches the referee, and a week later, the guy dies.
Wow.
How? Like in the face?
Yeah, but I mean, they were just like it was just like a simple assault thing, and then all of a sudden the guy died, and it's like, wow.
As much
And
as
now they're
I,
blaming it on him. It's a week later. Come on.
Well, the guy was in the hospital the whole time, so I think it was pretty.
as
maybe
much
it's
as
been symptomatic of the punch.
Chris, as much as I think that refs need to start becoming more
Active, physically?
well, just responsible for their calls. I think they need to hold
too.
them. They need to hold them more accountable for bad calls. And this is not just soccer. Or this is baseball, football. This
yeah.
is everything. I think that a lot of times there's these bad calls are made, and then nothing ever happens.
Nobody
and they
gets
could be,
fired.
Nobody gets fired. Nobody gets fined. I think that you do need to become more accountable for bad calls, but. You never need to get violent with a ref. I mean, this guy's just trying to do his job, just like you're trying to
And this is youth
score
soccer.
a goal.
Okay?
Yeah.
This guy's not even getting paid.
Yeah.
This is just somebody's
So I
dad.
thought that was interesting. The good news for him is that in Utah, there's very strict rules about charging a minor as an adult, unlike most states where they always do it.
Chris, hey, we got to go. Let's stick around to do some more sports
Yeah,
when we
let's
come
actually
back.
do sports.
The Big Dumb Fun Show.
All right, I got about 4 minutes left in me, but I'll be here.
That's what she said.
I can't to